Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Centerpoint, set in Mumbai and supplied to us today by Hans McGee. So moving on to our briefing, the world revolves around you. And moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with 1 objective. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the local security. We're going to have the Seeker 1 stored up in the homeless tent, and we'll be bringing with us a proximity taser, a remote taser, and our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we want to quickly make our way over to Rangin Tower, which is across the barge, and around to our left, and over here we will find by the green shipping container our first target. So we're just going to run down by the big pile of bricks here, grab the shovel from the wheelbarrow and throw it on the floor by the wall. That will get our target's attention, and when he goes over to investigate, we're going to drop him with a simple bullet to the back of the head. From behind, it's very difficult sometimes to get a clean headshot, but we did manage it this time round. So with our target in this area now dealt with, we're going to make our way back across the barge, and unfortunately we will have to wait out this conversation between these two guards right here. And once the conversation has played out, the enforcer guard should move away. Eventually he does, after standing there rather awkwardly in silence for a few moments. But once he turns round, we will be able to make our way past, and we're going to head now for our next target, who is on the roof of Wazir Kali's house, where we raise the flag. On the way there, I am actually going to grab the propane cylinder from the tea area, as I like to call it. This is where everybody's serving all the different types of tea. This is not strictly necessary. We are also going to grab the Seeker 1 from the homeless tent while we're here. Like I said, you don't need to grab the propane cylinder just yet, but it is easier if you do have it with you. So we're just going to make our way over to the JCB here, and we're going to shoot down the extending ladder that will lead us up to the hill. Usually that takes me about 3 or 4 shots, but we managed to get it with 1 shot today. We'll leave our propane cylinder on the floor, we'll come back for that, and we're just going to climb our way up onto the roof and up onto Wazir Kali's wife's roof, where the flag is located. And then up here we're going to throw our proximity taser just off to our right there, and then immediately head back down the same way we came up, as we are trespassing in this outfit. That will get the attention of our target, and when he goes over to investigate, he will find the taser, and he will find it's gonna give him a shockingly bad day. So down he goes. So we're going to move on to our next target, who is located over at the train yard. We're going to retrieve our propane cylinder, although we're still not quite ready to use it just yet. And like I said, you don't actually need it at this point. There is another propane cylinder much closer to the target that we intend to use it on. But that does involve going into the center of the map ever so slightly, and I do like to avoid going in there at all costs. So our next target is on guard at the back of the train station area, or the train yard area. So we're just going to throw our propane cylinder or our remote taser into the bushes there, and make sure we retrieve them before the target comes along to investigate. When he does, he will be safely in the bushes, and we can drop him with a simple bullet to the head, and he will be nicely well hid where he lays. So next up, we are going to move on to the roof of the tailor's shop. So we're just going to make our way along the outside of the train yard, around to the skywalk area, and up onto the roof of the tailor's shop. Now up on the roof here we have a young couple, and the young lady wife is our target, so we need to get rid of her husband. So we're going to use the Seeker 1 and we're going to shoot the husband with that. He will get sick and he will go away and find himself somewhere to purge himself, which is actually down on the ground floor, just outside the building, almost directly behind us. Once he makes his way downstairs and his wife returns to her seat, we are then going to go and place the propane cylinder on the floor directly behind her, and then we're going to return to where we were when we shot her husband with the Seeker 1. We're going to pull out our silenced pistol and we're going to put 2 bullets into the propane cylinder nice and quickly. I do sometimes struggle to do this, I do give a brief gap between shots, and we're going to send the young lady on a flying lesson and the express route to the ground floor. So 4 targets down, 1 more to go. Our final target is located on the skywalk above the laundry. Now this whole area is off limits, so we will be trespassing once again, but we should be able to get away with this not too difficultly. So we're going to make our way around to the rear of the shawls where the stairs to the other skywalk is located. Now we can't just walk straight up and past all the guards, as I mentioned this is a restricted area, but we can shimmy our way along the ledge if we drop down over the edge here, and we can just make our way to our right past the 2 guards blocking our way. We're going to climb back up on this side of the guards, and over here on our right we will find a claw hammer. We're going to take the hammer and we're going to throw it as far as we can down the walkway. That will get the attention of our 2 guards here, one of which is our target. He's going to send the non-target guard to see what was the hammer noise all about, and when he does, we are then going to throw our remote taser over towards our target, and when he goes over to collect it, we can then trigger the taser. Our target will have a shockingly bad day, and we can then make good our escape, and we can run straight past the 2 guards there. As long as we're moving quickly enough, they won't spot us, and we can then head straight down the stairs ahead of us and to the awaiting exit, which will be the default starting location exit. So there we go, 1 more trending contract taken care of, and once we get out of this bustling city we will get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We met our one and only objective, and in turn we gain ourselves a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.